Hello, and welcome to the G-Star 2019 Roundup video. In this video, I'll be discussing some of the most unique titles announced at G-Star, and if I miss anything, it's because I'm not in South Korea and couldn't find any information anywhere, or it's because the games missing are about as fun and unique as Candy Crush. Let's start out with the bangers. Crimson Desert, an upcoming AAA MMORPG by Pearl Abyss, the same guys behind Black Desert. And this was originally going to take place in the world of Black Desert and was supposed to be a prequel. But during development, it has turned into its own IP. This will be an epic fantasy MMORPG with an open world that's made up of 3 factions fighting for whatever reason. And there's been a trailer that you're seeing in the background. This shows some of the main characters that will be included in the game's single-player story campaign. I'm pretty excited for more information on this one. The single-player campaign is definitely something different for an MMO like this, and from the trailer, it looks really exciting and immersive. I live for experiences like this. So the link will be down below if you guys want to watch the full thing. But yeah, it's giving everyone Game of Thrones, Witcher 3 vibes, and you can kind of see it. Next is another game by Pearl Abyss, and I'm sorry to those of you that watched my previous videos on these two because this probably sounds like a broken record, but they have to be included. Doki V is a collection MMORPG made for all ages. Yes, all ages. Think of Pokemon. People are still enjoying Pokemon in their 40s, but I saw someone in the comment section on the Doki V video say, hey, I'm 25 and this looks good. Listen, there's nothing to be ashamed of playing a game like this. It does look interesting. Not for me personally, but I dig the theme. It's got a really nice color palette, and I'm always down for some nice character customization. Maybe I will give it a try. But from the trailer, I and many others are assuming that the combat will have you fighting alongside your team of Doki V, but you won't actually be physically involved in the combat, or dealing any direct damage to the enemy. It looks like your job is to use some type of vacuum to suck up crystals that drop from the enemy. This one will be available for PC and console, though it started development as a mobile game. So it's evolved from that, but a mobile game is still a possibility. Now I figure we should just stick to Pearl Abyss for now because they announced 4 unique titles, 2 which we discussed, but the other 2 include Plan 8, an MMO shooter that takes place in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by robots. The trailer looks really fucking good, and I've never played anything like this, Escape from Tarkov or any type of shooter that takes place in an open world, but this theme has me interested, so I've got this one on my wish list. This one will feature futuristic weapons and technology, and it's also being directed by the guy that created Counter-Strike. And Counter-Strike is pretty successful, so to have that guy behind this game, yes, great. Now will you team up with other players from around the world to down these robots? Most likely. But will you also fight other players to rob them of their gear? Will there be mercenaries? A player-driven economy? There's so many cool features that could be included in this game, but for now we have little to no information. And the last title is Shadow Arena. This game isn't new, but the standalone version is. And this is a battle royale with RPG features. It was designed for Black Desert and was included in the game but taken out for various reasons. And now it's becoming its own game and will soon have beta testing. Now I've played this and I can say it was very enjoyable for a battle royale. It takes a unique approach to the BR formula, though it's becoming less unique because other battle royales are popping up that play in a similar way, like Hunter's Arena. But yeah, Shadow Arena is going to be a thing. Now here's one we haven't discussed, and this is made by Netmarble, the other big company featured at G-Star that came to show off some of their big upcoming titles. This is Seven Knights Revolution, a mobile game. And yes, G-Star is full of mobile games, so you gotta kinda get used to it, but this one looks pretty sick. I've actually never heard of Seven Knights until discovering a game titled Grand Saga that's being developed by the same team, and that looks to be releasing sometime in 2020. I've actually made a video with more details on this game titled something like 5 upcoming mobile games, which will be linked down below if you guys want to watch it, or you can click the card above. But then you'll miss the rest of this video. You can come back to it. But yeah, there seems to be multiple games that take place in the Seven Knights universe, including this one. I really hope this gets a global release. I was a bit confused on how the person was playing, but I think they were just holding the camera with one hand. Now this will be an MMORPG where players will start out with the ability to wield 6 types of weapons, and there's no direct class system, just skills based on your weapon choice. They also plan for more weapons to release in the future, but another cool thing about this game is that you can transform into heroes, partial transformation, and full modification. But if we get into this, we'll be here all night explaining this new Seven Knights game. A3 is another game by Netmarble that reminds me of Lost Ark by the look of it. It's mobile, but it isn't a free roam MMO or anything like that. It's an isometric battle royale. So if you're into PvP and don't mind mobile, this will be right up your alley. Now, of course, we don't have confirmation on whether or not these games will have a global release, but a man can hope. I'm usually more worried when it comes to major PC titles. Mobile, I feel like there's like a 90+% chance. We also have some Ragnarok titles. So Ragnarok Crusade Midgard Chronicles, which is for the PC, and this is a side-scroller kind of closers online that will take place in the Ragnarok universe. It's also said to feature thrilling PvP, but from this trailer, you're seeing some of the PvE, and based off the gameplay, I'd assume the PvP would be something like Elsword. There's also Ragnarok Origin that will be on mobile, and this one looks more like the Ragnarok we're all used to. And I quote, "This game will aim to recreate the original Ragnarok online with better graphics and overall better gameplay mechanics using the technology and resources we have now." I've actually never played Ragnarok. The only one I've ever played was a mobile version. Returning to Netmarble, Second Country Cross Worlds is a very interesting looking mobile game. This takes place in the world of Ni no Kuni, although it's not a direct sequel, and even has Studio Ghibli co-developing the game with Level 5. It features some kind of PvP, which you're seeing in this gameplay here, but then when you check out the other gameplay, the game looks more open, obviously, but it gives a better first impressions of the title. And I'm a sucker for Ghibli, so I'll be keeping an eye on this one. Project Arena looks to be the next MapleStory game. Maybe even better. I was planning on making a video dedicated to this game, but that turned into this video. But yeah, this game will be cross-play between mobile and PC, and features a block design and top-down view, very similar to MapleStory 2. It's the first title by Studio NGEL, or Angel, I don't fucking know, and it looks pretty good for a first title. They might be off to a good start, and stepping into the mobile industry with their first game is probably a good financial move, but it's great that they're making this available for PC as well. Now, the sad news is that NCSoft and Nexon sat this G-Star out. It kind of feels like PlayStation at E3, just saying, fuck it. Nexon actually applied for 300 booths, but then backed out, and says it was to focus on game development and service. This is the first time in 14 years that Nexon didn't attend G-Star. But as far as NCSoft info, remember that game Project TL? It's still in development and will have a beta sometime in the second half of 2020. Blade and Soul 2 and Ion 2, every source I look at points to these being mobile titles, which kind of breaks my heart. Mobile games are fine, but something that was super important on PC and then just making a direct sequel go mobile is just kind of fucked up, in my opinion. Now, the NCSoft info didn't come from G-Star, but I thought I'd mention it since people were probably expecting them to be there, or for some new info to come out about these games. These are the titles at G-Star that I think are worth giving a deeper look. Lately, I've been visiting MMO Culture for a lot of news because they've been pretty good with G-Star coverage versus other websites, so all my sources will be linked down below. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are upset to hear about so many mobile titles, but I think a lot of them look pretty interesting, and as someone who isn't crazy about mobile games, I'll still be giving them a try. Though I do hope some of them offer PC support or crossplay, so I don't have to use an emulator and things will feel more legit. Let me know what games you guys are excited about, and if I missed one that you're looking forward to. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you soon, friends.